there. Right now those feel like temperatures still at about 74 degrees. We could be getting still into the upper 90s, a few hundreds for those feel like temperatures. It's very similar to what we had yesterday here in Molina, at least. We saw at about 101 for those feel like temperatures yesterday afternoon. We'll get really close to that again today, but depending on when we expect some showers and thunderstorms to fire up, will really kind of depend on how hot it really does get this afternoon. But with that though, dew points this morning already starting at 70 degrees. So today, as I mentioned, already starting really hot out there, and it's going to continue to heat up as we head throughout the day today. Feel like temperatures right now already into the mid 70s. Yesterday we didn't start feeling the mid 70s till closer to roughly, I think it was like 7 o'clock ish by the time we saw temperatures like this. So already starting off just a little bit warmer. And speaking of which, yesterday we did hit 94. That's 3 days in a row we hit 94 degrees. Those are also, all three of these being the hottest days of the year so far. And yesterday we also did hit the hottest in terms of those feel like temperatures. So this is what I'm talking about for today, though. We'll continue to rise throughout this afternoon, right back into the hundreds again like we had yesterday. But notice how quickly this falls off. This is when those showers and thunderstorms will be expected later on this afternoon. You see this rather sharp divide where temperatures still feeling humid and the rain hasn't quite started yet, still in the 90s, but off to the west more where there are those storms being expected later on today, things start to cool off just a little bit more. So Futurecast will be timing everything out for you here today. We'll stay clear and sunny for a good chunk of this morning at least. That'll allow us to continue to heat up as we head towards this afternoon. Then right around the lunch hour, that's when we see a couple of those storms start to fire up a little bit, much like we had yesterday. When you get really unstable air, really hot, humid air, just a little bit of sunshine pops up these little thunderstorms, and then we see the large just boom of them because you get these outflow boundaries that just triggers more and more. But this main cluster is going to be firing along this cold front that will be working its way across the state today. This afternoon, though, this is where we could be expecting a few severe thunderstorms to work their way through. That cold front will work its way through as well by this evening. That'll cool things off, especially as we head towards tomorrow. Highs will be returning into the 80s and not the 90s for once, so that'll be nice. Severe outlook for today, though, we do have a 2 out of 5 for any of these areas in yellow here. The primary threats of those storms as they work their way through are going to be some areas of some strong winds, some areas of localized flash flooding, and the best time this evening will be right around 3 to 9 o'clock. So this is what I was talking about here in terms of what we'll be watching, wind and flash flooding for that. But today, though, we'll deal with that later on today. We'll be heating up still right back in the 90s. Lots of sun for us today. It's still going to be hot and humid if you're out and about today, but things should be calming down though as we head towards later on this evening. Those storms should be dying down right around 10 o'clock-ish and whatnot. Then as we head towards this weekend, though, things are looking a lot nicer. A lot of 80s, not as many 90s on the horizon here, so this weekend is looking to be really, really nice and mostly dry and sunny.